The coordinate plane pre-6 lesson notes. Example number 7. Which XY table can be used to make the graph below? All right, now before we do anything, I want you to know that there are points. See these black points here on the graph? They mean nothing. Ignore them. A lot of times people want to see which one of the XY tables do those points fall in. Well, first of all, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 points here, but only 3 points in the XY table. So don't look at those points, all right? Ignore them, all right? They were just used to make the graph. What you want to do is you want to make sure that all the points that are in the T-chart fall on that line. It doesn't have to be the black dots, but you want to make sure that all the ordered pairs in the T-chart fall on the dotted line. So you're going to check each one. So let's start with the -4, 5. -4, oops. Try that again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, -4, +5 is up here. So does -4, 5 fall on the line that's drawn, the graph that's drawn? No. So put an X beside that. As soon as you have one point that doesn't work, as soon as you have one point that does not fall on the line, you can cross out that problem or that XY table. So let's look at B. Let's start with the first one. 0, -1. Does that point fall on the graph? It sure does. So put a check mark beside it. By the way, if you didn't write this down over here, pause your video and do that. All right, let's check the second point. So now we have 2, 5. So here's +2, and +5 would be up here. That point clearly does not fall on the graph. So put an X. And again, once you have an ordered pair that doesn't work, you can cancel out that table. I'm going to erase the points that I just graphed. So let's go to C now. So I've got -1, 1. Does -1, 1 fall on that line? No, it doesn't. So I can cancel that out. Now, don't just automatically circle D and be like, oh, it has to be D. You know, we make mistakes, all right? So you want to make sure that every point works. Do not just circle it and check off all 3 of them. Trust me, people make mistakes and that doesn't work. So what you want to do is you want to check each one. So let's start with -5, 4. -5, 4 falls on the graph, so that one works. Put a check mark beside that. 1, -2. So over 1, down 2. That one just happens to fall on one of the black dots. That works, so we put a check mark. The last point is 3, -4. So I go to the right 3, down 4. That point works as well. So all 3 points worked in D, therefore D is my answer. Again, ignore the black dots that are over here on the graph. Don't worry about them. All right? And then as soon as you find a point that doesn't work, you could cross that out. Now, I wouldn't cross out the whole table because if you make a mistake, you're going to have to go back and check it. All right? Cross it out off to the side. And then when you think you find the one that works, don't just automatically circle it. Make sure you check all of the points that are listed. Okay. So that is it for example 7, and that is it for the coordinate plane notes. If you have any questions on example 7 or any questions on the entire set of notes, please do not hesitate to ask.